This is a worked solution to AQA GCSE Physics P3, June 2014 paper, question 1. You need to learn to state that ultrasound is a sound wave which is a frequency higher than the upper limit of hearing for humans, or by saying a sound wave with a frequency greater than 20,000 Hz. Part B shows an image of how ultrasound is used to measure the depth of water below a ship. It goes on to tell us that it takes 0.8 seconds for an ultrasonic pulse to get to the seabed and then be received back at the ship. So if that takes 0.8 seconds, we can assume that it takes 0.4 seconds to get to the surface of the seabed and 0.4 seconds to return. This is important for later on in the question. The question does go on to ask us then to calculate the depth of the water. That is therefore the distance from the boat to the seabed. It gives us the speed and it gives us time, but we'd said before that this is the time to get there and back, so the time to reach the seabed, where the depth of the water can be measured to, is 0.4 seconds. We're going to use the equation that distance is speed times time, and in this case we know that the speed is 1,600 meters per second and the time taken is 0.40 seconds. So if we do 1,600 times 0.4, we get that the depth of the water, or the distance to the seabed, is 640 meters. There are several uses of ultrasound scanning that we've learned about, but the obvious one is prenatal scanning. We could also state the imaging of, for example, the stomach or the bladder, or for Doppler scanning blood flow. The question then goes on to discuss CT scanning. CT scans make a 3D image of the body by taking X-ray slices through the body in much greater detail or resolution than ultrasound scans. So an advantage of CT scanning would include that we have detailed images of the body. But we could also say that CT scans produce a slice through the body, or that the image can be viewed from any direction. We could also state that an image can be made of any part of the body, and that it's easier to diagnose or see a problem because of that increased resolution. The main disadvantage of CT scanning is that because it uses X-rays, X-rays are ionizing. It's worth including the reason this is a disadvantage, and that is that they can mutate cells. Which could either kill cells or make them cancerous.